The specter of war looms large over Eastern Europe. A clash of titans, long simmering beneath the surface, now threatens to erupt. Poland, a nation forged in the crucible of history, stands resolute against the shadow of Russian aggression. Imagine a scenario where the very borders of Europe are reshaped by the roar of tanks and the thunder of artillery. This isn't a scene from a history book. It's a terrifying possibility that's taking shape right now. The question isn't if tensions will escalate, but when. Can a resurgent Polish military, fortified by cutting-edge technology and unwavering alliances, stand against a desperate and battered Russian war machine? Prepare yourself for a journey into the heart of this unfolding crisis, a story that could very well determine the future of the continent. Get ready, because what you're about to witness is not just a hypothetical scenario, but a potential reality. Introduction. Welcome everyone to an in-depth analysis of a situation that's rapidly becoming one of the most critical geopolitical flashpoints in the world today. We're going to delve deep into Poland's military buildup and strategic positioning against the backdrop of Russia's ongoing aggression. Today, we'll explore the intricate dance of power, ambition, and fear that could plunge Europe into chaos. Our journey will be divided into 6 pivotal chapters, each revealing a new dimension of this complex conflict. By the end of this video, you'll have a comprehensive understanding of the situation on the ground, the military forces involved, and the potential outcomes of this tense standoff. And stick around to the very end, because we have some very important conclusions to share that you definitely won't want to miss. So, let's begin. Chapter 1: Echoes of the Past. Poland's current military posture isn't born from thin air. It's deeply rooted in a tumultuous history of struggle and resilience. For centuries, Poland has been a battleground, caught between the great empires of Europe, its territory repeatedly carved up by its more powerful neighbors. Once a dominant power in the mid-16th century, Poland was erased from the map during the partitions of the late 18th century, swallowed by the Russian, Prussian, and Austrian behemoths. Reborn in 1918 after the devastation of World War I, Poland then faced the horrors of World War II and emerged from that conflict only to be plunged into the grip of Soviet domination, becoming a communist satellite state for almost half a century. This legacy of oppression and invasion has shaped the very DNA of modern Poland, creating a nation determined to never again be subjugated. The fall of the communist regime in 1989 marked not just a political transformation, but the beginning of a military resurgence, a strategic buildup against any potential future aggressors, especially Russia. The annexation of Crimea in 2014 served as a chilling wake-up call for the Polish government, solidifying its resolve to invest in its defenses and ensure its independence. Now, with the full-scale invasion of Ukraine, Poland finds itself staring into the face of its worst fears, once again on the front lines of a potential global conflict. Chapter 2: The Polish Military Machine. Today's Polish military is a force to be reckoned with, a modern army forged in the fires of necessity and equipped for any eventuality. Emerging as the dominant military power in the Baltics, Poland now boasts over 216,000 active personnel, making it the third largest military force in NATO, after the United States and Turkey. It's a formidable force that's constantly growing and modernizing, a far cry from the armies of the past that had been easily defeated by Russia. In a clear message to Moscow and Minsk, Poland's military leaders have declared that they're preparing for an all-out confrontation, bolstering troop deployments along the borders with Russia and Belarus, increasing their border forces from 6,000 to 8,000, and activated an additional 9,000 rearguard troops. But Poland's ambition goes far beyond simply deploying troops. Their target is 300,000 soldiers in the next few years, an army ready to stand toe-to-toe against Russia's battle-hardened yet depleted forces, especially if they are successful in Ukraine. This massive increase in personnel is accompanied by a modernization of their equipment. A huge influx of modern tanks, armored vehicles, military trucks, and advanced weaponry has been sent to forward operating bases near the borders with Belarus and Ukraine. This investment demonstrates their complete commitment to protecting their homeland and their determination to be a major player on the European stage. Chapter 3: Fortifying the Eastern Front. Poland's strategy isn't just about building a large army. It's also about strategically reinforcing their eastern borders, effectively creating a modern-day shield against potential Russian aggression. They have enhanced their air defenses in critical regions, positioning pairs of F-16 fighter jets and an allied air tanker on high alert. Former chief of the Polish General Staff, Rajmund Andrzejczak, has publicly stated that in the event of a Russian victory in Ukraine, Poland is ready to respond instantly to any further incursion, even with a direct attack on St. Petersburg. This bold statement isn't just rhetoric. It's a declaration of Poland's unwavering commitment to defending its sovereignty and deterring any Russian adventurism. To this end, Poland is investing heavily in defensive systems. They have purchased 800 missiles with ranges up to 900 kilometers, capable of striking deep within enemy territory. Furthermore, they are also constructing the Eastern Shield Defense Program to fortify the borders with Belarus, Kaliningrad, and the Suwalki Gap, an ambitious and incredibly costly plan worth over $2.5 billion that will reshape their eastern border with cutting-edge defensive systems. In addition to this, they have openly discussed closing all border crossings with Belarus in an attempt to undermine Alexander Lukashenko's hybrid activities, and this would effectively put pressure on both Putin and Lukashenko. These moves are more than just precautionary. They are designed to create an impenetrable barrier that will force Russia to think twice before making any aggressive moves against Poland. Chapter 4. The Arsenal of Modern Warfare. The sheer scale of Poland's military modernization is nothing short of breathtaking. They are not just investing in numbers, but are also acquiring the most advanced weapon systems on the market, rapidly building up their domestic arms industry. The United States is playing a crucial role in this massive undertaking. The Pentagon has confirmed the purchase of F-35 stealth fighter jets, Patriot missile systems, and Abrams tanks for a staggering $2 billion, reflecting the growing alliance between the two countries. This modernization effort is happening at a critical time, with China holding exercises with Belarus, while Russia hosts the Indian Prime Minister, highlighting the complex geopolitical landscape. The US has also agreed to provide 96 AH-64 Apache helicopters for an additional $12 billion. This includes the acquisition of 250 M1A2 SEPV-3 Abrams main battle tanks with a full support package, with 28 M1A2 SEPV-2s for training Polish crews. Poland has also acquired 20 HIMARS launchers, 45 ATACMS missiles, and 300 South Korean K239 Chunmoo MLRS systems. All of this massive spending is proof that Poland is not afraid to pay what it takes to protect their homeland. Poland isn't just buying equipment, it's building an incredibly modern military capable of projecting power and withstanding any threat. Chapter 5. Alliances and Support. Poland isn't facing the potential Russian threat alone. As a NATO member, it benefits from the collective security guarantees enshrined in Article 5. An attack on Poland is an attack on all of NATO. Currently, approximately 10,000 US troops are stationed in Poland as part of a rotational presence. The V Corps forward headquarters located at Camp Kosciuszko in Poznan is an important symbol of this international alliance and support. NATO's investment in the Powidz military site, worth more than $360 million, further solidifies the importance of Poland as a key strategic partner in the region. This massive facility, with vast storage warehouses, vehicle maintenance bays, and ammunition depots, can fully equip a deployed armored brigade within 48 hours. It's home to 85 battle tanks, 190 armored combat vehicles, and 109 artillery pieces, and it serves as NATO's most significant infrastructure project in the last 3 decades. Beyond the US and NATO, Poland has forged strong military ties with South Korea. A major deal worth billions of dollars has been finalized, including the supply of 180 K2 Black Panther main battle tanks. In fact, Poland is already using K2 tanks on the Russian border, a powerful statement and a show of strength against Russia. The delivery of these tanks highlights Poland's determination to rapidly modernize its military and enhance its defensive capabilities. The fact that multiple nations are willing to supply Poland with such vast quantities of modern weaponry shows how seriously these countries take the Russian threat. Chapter 6. The Unseen Threat and a Twisted Conclusion. But amidst this massive military buildup, this complex web of alliances and modern weaponry, there remains a critical factor that cannot be quantified and is a far more dangerous threat than all of the guns and missiles. And that's the internal pressures that could break a nation apart. The sheer scale of Poland's military spending, which is expected to reach 5.1% of GDP by 2025, is a massive burden on its economy. While necessary, this level of expenditure could potentially destabilize Poland from within, leaving it vulnerable. And even with the most advanced weaponry, the most cutting-edge training, and all the support the West can give them, there are other unseen factors at play. There is a hidden network, a fifth column that is already working to undermine Polish society. This force, hidden from view and working in the shadows, is the real threat to Poland. They may not be able to match the power of tanks or missiles, but they are already inside. They have infiltrated political parties and media outlets. They are trying to corrupt the police and the military. They are sowing discord and division in a nation that should stand united. And it is this internal battle that Poland must win if it is to survive. This is why Poland should not just look outwards for their protection, but also inwards. Because while they are concentrating on their borders, a silent war is already being waged on their own soil. Thank you for joining us on this in-depth look at the incredibly dangerous situation that is unfolding in Eastern Europe. As you've seen, Poland is not standing still. They are actively preparing to defend themselves, and their resolve cannot be overstated. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, like this video, and leave your thoughts in the comments below. This is a story that is continually unfolding, and we will be here to keep you updated. Stay safe, and until next time. As promised at the start of the video, here are the main conclusions. Poland is indeed preparing for a potential confrontation with Russia and Belarus. They have significantly increased their troop numbers. They are modernizing their weaponry and building strong alliances with key Western partners. Poland is not taking any chances and is taking very proactive steps to protect their homeland from potential invasion. However, it's also clear that there is an unseen internal threat that is just as dangerous as any Russian invasion. The key to their success will not just be their weapons, but their unity as a nation.